What do you hope for them?
I mean, like, honestly, sometimes I pray. When I pray, I say that, if I go, I want my son to go with me. Yeah,
I
that's the
understand.
best.
I understand. You guys are now watching Couple Talk. Assalamualaikum everybody. This is me, Aiman Azlan, back with another season 3 of Couple Talk. In today's episode, we have a special couple with you guys, and we're gonna talk about their very, very special son, inshallah. We have brother Iman and the lovely Mrs. Ida. Mrs. Ida, is it?
Yes, correct.
Thank you for coming here. How are you guys today?
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
You guys look lovely, by the way.
Oh, thank you very much.
From the moment you walk into the studio, I can tell that you guys are very warm towards each other. You know that. That's the vibe that I got from both of you.
Yeah.
You guys are very warm towards each other.
Try to be, right?
Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes can be, sometimes, yes.
But not every day.
Well, there are those days, Ken.
Yeah.
To kick off the conversation, usually we have this one wajib question for all the couples. How did you guys meet?
Oh.
Okay, ladies first.
Ladies, you first.
How many years has it been?
20.
Yeah, about 20 years old.
Allahu Akbar.
Yeah, I guess so.
20 years ago.
Yes.
So what's the story?
Yeah, you want to go?
Yeah. The story was about working, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, once upon a time when I was working, back then doing sponsorship, there was like walking to the Warner Music, I guess, that time.
Yeah.
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 Was in the studio, yeah?
That's in the office.
In the office,
Yeah.
okay.
We started from there, that's it. And then we're just friends.
Who saw each other first? Did you see her first?
Yeah, I saw her. Definitely, I saw her. Normally, we don't really like it when people come ask for sponsorship. Yeah, but then when suddenly I saw this little petite girl.
Was petite.
Yeah, those days, she was really petite and she never had tudung and she wore like mini skirt, like really short skirt, high heels. So
back in those days,
Yeah.
So obviously, we said, okay, no problem. What you want, we give you.
The easy can.
Yeah.
And how did the relationship progresses from there?
I guess I was always, I was in the music industry.
Yes.
I was dealing with a lot of Malay people. I was in the Malay music industry. So I was in the process of actually getting to know more about the Malay culture.
Yes.
Yeah. And particularly, the religion as well. At that time, I was not a Muslim yet. Right. It's not that I married her.
And that time he cannot speak bahasa at all.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
He has accent like Mak Saleh. So I still can kutuk-kutuk in bahasa kat belakang.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing you taught him how to speak?
No, he watched drama.
No, I watched drama.
He watched drama. He trying to
Drama Melayu. Yeah.
Self-taught, mashallah.
Because want to tackle Melayu girl.
Yes, good strategy. I see that.
Yes.
And
So they were
very
like
lame.
speaking all kinds of Malay words with the friends, and I couldn't understand. I mean, I know a bit. It's not that I don't understand, but I couldn't respond properly. So I was just like smile. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess the smile worked. Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
See.
correct.
And after the marriage, alhamdulillah, who was the first child?
Arena.
Arina.
Arena.
Yeah.
And then the second one?
Adam
Adam. And then the third one
is Ara.
is Ara. And I'm guessing in this particular episode, Adam will be the focus. Right? Adam will be the
Definitely.
focus.
Well, he has
Always,
always.
been the focus one, yeah.
When did you first, I guess, notice about Adam?
When he was about
2.5
2 years, about 2 years.
2.5.
Yeah.
What did you observe at that time?
As what was that? It's about the eye contact, all that.
Yeah,
because
no eye contact.
No eye contact is a little bit different than her sister. So he likes to play by himself whenever we try to at family gathering, So he like to avoid. He go to the room,
I
play by himself.
see.
He goes to his own world. So I was thinking that maybe Adam ni
Not normal, right?
no, I was thinking baik, like to do, doesn't like to.
That was the first impression.
Don't want to be other boy, like tak nak mix around or that,
I see.
So it goes by just like that. Then suddenly like we will like start reading, right? And I think Dad was like,
Yeah.
Dad on
Yeah.
my sister-in-law like start sending about articles, like certain behavior on the children, the child like that, you know. So he said like, why not you just go and check it out? Because seems like Adam not responding to whatsoever that we are talking to him. Like
see.
sometimes we start teaching him, you know,
I
show the
see.
like normal lah, like normal child that we always teach, kan?
Yes.
He's not really responding towards that. But he's not like behaving weird or you know whatsoever. But he just like not responding to you. But it's fine. He's eating habit. He's drinking milk. Everything is good, and he doesn't look weird, you know. So it started from there, kan? Then kita pergilah, like jumpa doktor.
Yes.
And started from there. Then they will do assessment, all that, and they just say that he has autism.
So at that time, autism was something that
Like,
generally people are aware of?
no,
Or
I have no idea anything about autism.
Never heard of the
Never
word.
heard
Never
about
heard.
it.
Okay.
So to me, like, okay, autism, fine.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Yeah. Yeah. We thought
Because-
it was gonna go
Yeah,
away.
because Adam looks normal, kan?
Yeah.
He doesn't look weird. He doesn't look like, you know, like sick.
Mm-hmm.
He's healthy. You know, he looks like, yeah, like totally like not looking different.
Yeah.
Kan? So, okay, fine. I have no idea, like autism has the behavior problem and so whatever. I have totally nothing.
So you start
idea.
from
like,
zero.
Zero.
Like
Negative.
from the point where you heard the
Yeah.
word autism,
Yeah.
yeah.
you started
And I don't
from
even
zero.
know what is autism. I really have no idea.
And talk us through, like, how did you educate yourself then? Because you already have a child with autism at that point, 2 years and a half, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how did you educate yourself at that time?
We asked people, we asked around, and particularly my wife. She would do more research than I would, right? Because I was so busy into working. So but I get a lot of like friends sending me articles because I was asking around, hey, have you heard of autism? What is
Yeah.
this thing, autism? And those days, even on the internet, there's not a lot.
Yes,
Right? It's
Yeah.
not
yes.
as much as today. So we didn't get much information, but it wasn't something that we needed to know immediately
Yeah.
because it did not hit us like, oh my God, my son
Yeah.
has a major
Yeah.
situation that we need to fix. I kept telling her, it's going to
He will
go
grow.
away. Yeah,
He will grow, you
out
know?
of it.
Yeah.
And give it a couple of years and he will start talking and all that, he
Yes,
will be okay.
yes.
But
Because you
guess
guys
I was
didn't know,
wrong.
right? Yeah.
Didn't know. I had no
Yeah.
idea at all.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot even imagine. Like, I think like parents nowadays, they are so
Yeah.
aware about autism. They can
Exactly.
imagine. They know what's a
Yeah.
symptom. I have totally zero knowledge anything about it. So I think that okay lah.
Yeah.
Nanti he will be fine.
He will
you know?
be fine.
Yeah.
He'll go away.
It will go away.
But there must be a point where, oh no, this is not going to go away.
Yeah,
This
but
is something
Never.
not going to stick.
I think it's like 3 years into it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. By the time we realized that, oh dear, this is
Because-
something serious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've wasted like 3 years or so.
So he's now like 3 years old?
He's like almost 5. He was
Almost
2,
5. Okay,
right?
okay.
So
Yeah. Okay,
we
I get
didn't
it.
do as much as we should, until he was 5, and we say, okay, now we have a serious situation.
What was it? What happened?
Yeah, we understood that it's a lifelong condition.
I
That
see.
we need to do things differently, that we need to
Yeah.
prepare him for the future.
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time, it really hit us, especially myself.
Yes.
And that's when I realized that, now I have to go through that acceptance period. I went through denial because once I realized that, we have a child here
Yeah.
with a situation, and then that's it. I went into a denial phase, and he was already 5.
Yes.
Yeah, because when he was like diagnosed 2.5 till 5, I wasn't really into it. I wasn't serious about it. Yeah. So when we knew and like, what am I gonna do?
It still really hit us because of the situation itself. Adam was like behaving okay to me.
2 to 5.
Yeah, like even though he's 5 years old, like he's not like so-called hyper, or like mischievous, nothing at all. He just like okay. So it doesn't really,
Yeah.
hit you.
Yeah,
like
I
he needed you
know.
to push you to do something about it.
But then once you realize,
Yeah, I realized that like I have friends. I have friends in the same situation. They,
Yes.
they have child with autism.
Mm-hmm.
They will talk to me like, "Oh, you must do this. You must do that. You must don't miss the doctor appointment. You must keep doing the speech because Adam has no speech, right?"
yes.
So okay lah, I will do that as much. But sometimes like for the appointments like. A child like this kind in the hospital will like taking forever. Like sometimes it's like once a month. So
Yeah.
to me like, oh come on man, if you want to learn something that it doesn't work, once a month, what's
Once a
gonna
month, that's
benefit him?
government
It's,
hospital.
it doesn't
That's too
benefit.
long.
And then again they say that you it's better for you not to go to privates because this is not a fever or whatsoever that you're gonna makan obat and baik kan. So it's a process.
Yes,
so
yes.
I don't get that, because how to baik if like once a month, not things like that. So
Because you need to learn quickly about these things. Yeah, yeah.
So I was like, we argue ourselves. Like sometimes I want to go appointment, and this guy say, apalah, I want to go to appointment once a month. Why you wouldn't benefit of that?
Yeah.
Waiting so long, stuff like that. We go through that process, like believe, not to believe, things like that.
Yeah,
macam tu.
yeah.
So I say,
Yeah,
let's
the
go.
process.
Let's go get private. Private people to do it, and then later on we found out that it costs a
bomb.
lot of money.
Allah, really.
Very,
we
yeah.
couldn't
Cost
afford.
you a bomb, yeah.
Yeah, we couldn't afford that
One
kind
appointment,
of.
like few hundred. One appointment, a few hundred ringgit.
Yeah.
It has to be consistency, right?
Yes.
So there's lots of therapies that you have to go. That still like we as a parent, even myself, like I get. My friend will share me like, oh, you still have to do this because it will help me in future. But in that point of the situation, like since Adam is not behaving like aggressive,
Yes.
so called that needed that therapy so
Yes,
much. So I
yes.
pun like macam lay back lah kan. Like
Aha,
okay lah,
aha.
go. Kalau you don't get the goal, that's like that.
Because you don't see, like from your perspective, you
I
don't
don't
see
see
any
any
problem.
problem.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the time. So
yeah, exactly.
when your friends say those things, because friends mean well, family means well, right? But they give you advice and advice and advice. Were there some advice?
Because this
that-
my friend memang ada anak autism.
Oh really? Okay,
yeah.
okay. Good,
so
good.
I was
So the
like,
advice was like really valuable
yeah,
to you.
Yeah.
And when you realized that, was there anything physical that happened that sort of like clicked for you? Oh no, this is serious. I have to do something.
I think the process of learning and like, accepting and really seeing the future or what we should do. It's like a phase.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Yeah.
happen like just snap of a finger. Okay,
Yeah.
let's do this.
Yes.
We got it. No, it's not.
Yes.
So it's like ongoing, and then you go up and down. It's like roller coaster, and then one week you say that okay, I think it's like this, and then next week no lah, maybe it's like this.
Yeah.
So we went through that for years.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
very long.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So a lot of people they think that we are so clear of where we at or what we wanted to do, and where we are today actually took years, for us to get to where we are, and it's never easy. It was not easy at all.
Yeah.
I think we also being a very protective parents, right?
Yeah.
At one time that they
absolutely.
Yeah, again when they start sharing saying that I have to send Adam to school, kan macam biasa lah when you send your kids to school at 4 at 5, kan.
Yes.
So my son is still bottles, kan, formula. So I'm that kind of mother, like very particular in terms of makan. Especially Adam
Yes.
is not really makan person. He don't even eat rice. He don't eat nothing. He just milk and maybe
Just milk?
Yeah, milk
Okay.
and bread. It has to be gardenia.
Uh-huh,
It has to be
uh-huh.
like specific.
Specific.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I send, I hantar dia pergi sekolah dan I tunggu kat luar.
Oh,
Sebab
like the whole time?
The whole time, every day.
Wow.
So I won't leave the school, even though parents not allowed, right? Kan?
Yes, yes.
So they will discipline them, all that. I tak boleh. So I think we have that
She had
period,
that
kan?
problem. So
Oh, you call it a problem.
Memang problem.
yeah,
I know.
it was actually it was a setback because
Kan?
we didn't trust.
I don't.
the
I don't let
teachers.
go. You know.
Yes.
Yeah, we did
Because-
not trust the teachers.
Because you didn't understand autism when you first heard the
Yeah.
word, so maybe other people don't understand it as well.
Yeah,
right?
and the people who were dealing with our child, we just felt that they were not qualified because those days you don't have like really
Like now, yeah.
qualified
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
therapists.
Yeah.
You know, like
Oh.
nowadays, a lot of them were
Very
just
limited.
like part-time helpers,
Yeah.
volunteer.
So they were
workers.
trained up. Yep.
So it was more
Okay.
like a daycare
Yeah.
rather than
Ah.
a school. Yeah.
So they don't cater.
Ada bad experience myself when I was there kan, when I like curi-curi masuk, when I saw classes with the scissors on the on the table, so I start worrying lah, when I saw teachers like dealing with other kids kan, threaten, I'm not happy.
So how did you react when you like
Itu yang
realized
I
that's
cannot
the...
let go. That's why I cannot let
see.
go. It happened. I trapped in that situation, that
Yeah, we
moment.
took him
that,
out of school.
So
You took him out.
I
Took
took
him
him
out.
out, and I sent to
And
different place.
I
I
see.
sit
Yeah, went to
again. Then
different school.
whenever I don't come back and copy,
Huh.
he start doing lah, because budak kids like this, they will
Yeah.
copy, they will copy.
Yes,
So they
yes.
see others do that, they will copy.
Mhm.
So from Adam not doing bad, become doing something else, because kat sana
see.
with the same like what Iman said, that the teacher, sometimes teacher go and like lepak and the kids like, I was like, okay, this is school or what, things like that. So I was like, I have that very long journey.
Did it happen frequently that he has to change schools a lot?
I think we
About
tried three different schools.
four
for him.
schools, yeah.
Yeah.
And then after the third one is okay?
No.
Not even the third one.
The third one is a bounce.
Yeah, it's okay, but then it got really expensive. It was like 2,500
That is
a
a
month.
private.
A month?
Yeah,
month.
2,000
Oh, wow.
over a month.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That was too much.
Yeah,
2,000
much.
over a month, that belum masuk like therapies, belum masuk.
But it's
any
it's
other
a
thing.
qualified center.
Yeah.
Yes, it's the more qualified.
Yeah, more
one,
qualified.
yeah.
The teachers are graduated, their studies and all that. Yeah.
And after that, you just bring
Then
him home.
I mean, he wasn't, because autism is like they keep progressing, they change in
Yes.
different phases. So it was like ongoing, right? We couldn't figure it out. It's not like he goes to school and then that's it. We solved the problem. You solve one problem, another situation
Yes.
arises, right? So
No, I think that back then masa tu Adam already start tantrum.
yeah,
He already showing tantrum.
yeah.
And this is
About 9,
6,
10.
9,
About
9, 10, 9,
already.
10. Okay.
Yeah. He start like showing macam-macam lah. Start hurting teachers
Yeah.
kan. Start scratching, peeing in the car. He doesn't want to come out in the car. All stuff like that. So it's a very difficult. The process is not easy. So the challenge dah lah. Itu yang buat sometimes kita
Yeah.
pun like lemau. Sometimes there's a day that you also lemau. Like how to deal with it.
I mean, we're all human beings. There are days where you just want to take a break, right? Yeah. But
Correct,
how did you deal with it, like each other? How do you support each other throughout the whole thing? I mean, not knowing what it is and then slowly learning about it, and then the tantrum happens at 9, 10.
I don't know. How
It's not easy. We gaduh all the time too.
yeah.
We disagree. Honestly speaking, okay, is we lie if we tell that, everything's smooth. We are so happy.
Yes.
No, it's not like that. And some more kita started with zero knowledge, nothing, with the
Yes.
zero education, new background, nothing, have no idea, no clue. We are clueless. So lagi lah, sometimes, and he is in the stage of denial, like, okay lah, tak pergi sekolah apa tak apa.
I see.
Still
It's
young.
like you're going through the stages of grief in
Yeah.
a way, yeah?
Yeah,
things like
because
that.
Yeah.
I wasn't happy with his progress, and
Yeah.
spending that kind of money, and we're like struggling.
Yes.
I have to keep
Because-
focusing on
because
making money and then
yeah.
putting money there, and then we're not
Yes.
seeing any results. So I get frustrated, and then yeah. So normal lah. When you don't have enough money, you gado.
That's
it's
true.
normal, right?
That's
so,
true.
Not only about money, time. You
time.
have to like really put
in the
so much time, kan?
And
dekat
the
yeah.
emotions, yeah.
You have to give in, keep giving in. That I was like, I mean, you have no other life. By right, you kena macam tu for that period.
Yeah.
The sacrifice that you want to see, kan? You kena macam tu. So you were young kononnya masa tu kan. So of course kita pun want to have that life, we want to do other activity as well, kan?
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's not easy. Seriously, it's. I think. I
But
mean, of
not
course, if you
anymore,
think, it is. It's now. It's not easy to not to say. Okay, now easy. No, it's different.
Yeah.
young.
Yeah. Yalah, too young.
We're
lah.
still young.
I feel young only.
Talking about dreams, though, it's interesting that you mentioned that. That's actually the point that I want to get to as well, like your personal dreams and also your time together. Having Adam, how has it changed, or do you see it? do you see it as just not changing but
Time,
evolving to something else better?
It evolved. It keep evolving. When we thought that we got this figured out and something happened. Like
Yes.
now we
Yes.
are going through a phase. Yeah, I mean, actually, you look at us. I have to apologize. We look like zombie because we never.
Never sleep yet.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, seriously.
I don't have that zombie vibe from you.
Yeah, we did not sleep last
We didn't
night.
sleep at
'Cause
all.
What happened?
Until now.
Adam slept at 9 a.m.
Just now.
Just now.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So
Sleeping in London.
yes,
It happened
different time zone.
regularly.
Yeah,
Happen
about a few
regularly?
months already.
Over the last few months, it's like that.
And this is a new pattern.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
So he.
It's like the four season.
Night rider now. Yeah. Yeah, he rides the night.
Yeah.
Daytime. Yeah.
And
you
he
see.
races in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He
and
likes-
don't forget you have two other kids.
Yeah.
Right.
That is
How did you balance? I mean, Adam. I mean, he's a special boy. He's one thing, but how do you balance with the other two kids?
We don't know.
We don't.
we just. Yeah.
Just go with the
Yeah,
flow.
we
I
just
mean, like-
keep going, right?
Yeah, you have to adapt, right? Life gives you lemons. You have to adapt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you don't have a choice, you figure out something.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. But we've learned to deal with it as it comes. You know, we don't really complain much. It's just that because we're aging, we're
Hey.
not as young as we used to. I have to admit. So the energy level is not as like
Yeah.
before. So we get tired.
Yeah.
And
Yes,
when we
yes.
get tired,
get tired.
that's when we lose some patience.
That's
You're
true.
tired every day lah.
That's true. That's true.
That's the
yeah,
truth, yeah.
But what about your other two kids? How are they dealing with it?
Oh.
Are they? How old are they?
Arina and Adam are about a year different.
Yeah. So Arina is 18. I'm guessing.
No, Arina about
20.
20.
20.
Yeah.
Okay, 20.
Yeah, this
And
year.
then Adam's
18, going to be 19.
And the third one is how old?
Ara is
Going to be 9.
going to be 9.
Going to be 9. Okay, so I mean the eldest,
The eldest.
I'm guessing she's more understanding now.
Yeah.
How is she handling it? How is she handling? Oh, that tells a lot then.
Ay.
How is she handling it? Because
It's not easy lah.
It's a
It's not-
challenge for the
it's-
whole
it's-
family,
yeah,
right?
it's a
Yeah,
challenge for
for the
her.
whole family.
She's Arina.
I always said, and that's what we are advocating about. So many people are talking about autism, about that particular individual.
Yes.
It's about that condition of an autism, explaining what autism is about.
Yes.
I think, there has to be a focus in the people around that individual with autism,
Yeah.
right? Because the livelihood of that family unit, it's so important. If the caregiver and the parents are not in a good state of mind,
Yes.
then you can never help the child with autism.
Mm-hmm.
So that is a very big thing because we went through that, we lived through that,
Yeah.
and we somehow survived.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah,
I think,
Alhamdulillah.
yeah, if I look, I don't know how I did it, right? But it was really, really hard. And I truly feel that a lot of families out there, couples out there, that's the thing. Because I have friends who, got divorced
Yes.
because of their kid has autism.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Many cases
Yeah,
like
Okay,
things like that,
okay.
and the siblings being affected. So that's what we advocate about. Being together when someone in the family has autism, everybody has a role to play. Everybody in family is involved, and I just hold on to that. So I try to explain to our daughter Arina over and over and again. It's not easy because she wants her life.
That's true.
Right? She's
Yes,
a teenager and she doesn't get to go out as much because she helps out a lot with the brother.
Yeah, she don't live like a normal
No,
girl.
no.
Yeah,
Wow.
from young.
Yeah.
Must be
from
tough for her.
Yeah, she don't even have
Yeah.
friends. She don't know how to make friends. She don't even dare to invite any friends to come over.
I see.
So yeah, it's not easy. It's not
And
easy.
now the little girl is also.
I think Ara
paying
is
the
way
price.
different.
Yeah, but
I mean, different condition, different situation.
yeah,
Yeah,
she
yeah.
struggled, but in a different way because now we are clearer. Because when Arina's time when she was younger, we also blah blah, we also didn't know
Yeah, lah.
what
So
was,
she learns with you
Yeah,
along the way.
exactly. So
Yeah. So I can't imagine like being 20 and having to go through this. I mean, she has to be a very tough little girl, little woman, I would say.
yeah.
Yeah. So about your situation with Adam, I'm guessing there are so many things that you have to sacrifice. I mean, parents, it's a given that you have to sacrifice a lot, but now you have a special child like Adam. What are some of the things that you have to like let go?
Well, I think for me as a sole breadwinner,
Mm-hmm.
I have to find a new way to make a living,
I see.
right?
Uh-huh.
Because it's impossible. Because so happened that that's why I always say that a family is also a spectrum. Now, autism is a spectrum, ASD,
It
right?
is,
Autism
yes.
spectrum disorder,
Yes.
and so are the families. Because if the kid is in a family whereby they are well-to-do, financially stable, they have family
Yes.
support, they have grandparents, they have auntie uncles, they have a solid family unit. It's different from a kid who is in like a young family or maybe a single parent, a parent who's
Yeah.
like struggling, trying to make a living, and at the same time with the situation at home. So all those things, come into play and make a lot of difference. So yeah, for me is I knew that I had to redesign my life, my career, and it has always been my focus to support her. Right, I cannot leave her all alone at home, so I wanted to be home more.
I
So I was
see.
finding, ways to be home, to build something from home, and I guess the social media helped a lot because, over the last few years, 4 years or so, 5 years, the social media platform basically, really took off. So that opens a lot of opportunities to do something from home. Right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So I think, Alhamdulillah, that's why I say
Alhamdulillah, yeah.
it's a timing, Yeah.
And talking about your social media presence, you share a lot about Adam with the world, with Malaysians particularly. At what point do you feel comfortable telling the world about Adam? There must be a discussion there before you actually dive in and just in a way expose him to the world and his condition.
Well, it was never.
That's his job.
Yeah, it was never. It was never our objective, right? It
Yeah,
was
but-
never.
yeah, it was
It
never.
wasn't like
It
that.
is, yeah.
Yeah.
It just happened.
I mean, even the account, the Facebook, the Instagram account, that's
that
my
was
account.
your name. Yeah.
That was
yeah.
my account. So, we just kind of like did a couple of videos about Adam, and it got a lot of attention.
Yeah,
So-
I
so-
saw a few. Yeah, I saw a
the
few.
earlier ones, I'm like, what's going on? I thought people, because those days when we talk about autism, nobody cared.
Yeah.
Nobody even wanted to know what is autism. Nobody cared. But when we started to share about Adam's, daily, routine in videos, then everybody started to respond.
Yeah.
And we say, hey, now maybe we can teach the world about autism, right? And then that's when, after a while, we start to realize that before we can get people to want to know about autism, we need to get their attention first. And Adam was like, he could get attention. So yeah, so that kind of got us into like, okay, let's work on that. What we want to talk about, what we want to tell the world is basically, it's the family, right? I wouldn't have been able to do what I do today if I don't have the other two children.
Yes.
I don't have my wife with me.
Yes.
On my own, I couldn't, have done it. So support is so important. And I wanted to tell people that, all right, so when you have good support, and a lot of the stories that I get from our followers, the ones who are very positive, generally they have very good family support.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ones who are struggling are the single parent, the husband not accepting, the reality.
Is it always the husband?
Is mostly the husbands.
Really interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Is there a reason why?
Well, I can tell you why, because I've been there.
Uh-huh.
It's because normally it's a human nature for the men who they want to build a career, right? A career is very important to a guy, right? Without career, then
The provider of the family,
right?
yeah.
So the focus is there, and taking care of a child with autism requires so much out of you, and you cannot be putting like all your time in building your career. And
It's a sacrifice that you have to make for your
give,
child.
and a lot of guys they don't do that. And guys are very straightforward, right? They don't like to analyze too much. I'm talking in general. I'm being stereotyping.
Not generalizing to all men, obviously. Yeah. But it's a
most
good
men are like
insight.
that.
It's a good insight.
So the women are the ones who are, they are more hopeful. They're willing to do more. And they work harder to achieve something. So my wife actually, she has been the drive behind what we have achieved so far. And I was in a denial state of mind for a long time.
Very long.
Very long.
And now you are in the public eye, both of you, husband and wife. How do you manage your relationship now? With not just with Adam, but also your public presence.
We don't think about
Yeah,
that,
no,
right?
we never think about that. We
Oh, really?
because we do things together most of the time.
I
It's
think-
all the time that we
Yeah, I
do it
think-
together
I
now
think
compared to
what
before.
What we're sharing is we don't even think about
Yeah.
it much. It's not
I
like
see.
We
it's
never-
not like
yeah.
we plan. Okay, let's show them this. Let's do this.
Never.
Ah.
Yeah. We just do
It's
what
a
we feel like
promptu.
doing. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So the thought process just let it happen
yeah,
naturally.
yeah.
Let's just share what happens naturally.
Everything happened also in the videos. Everything real. It's not acting.
Yeah, I know.
It's not like
I
there's
saw
like, okay,
I saw
how
a
about
few of
we
the
do that?
video. If it's acting, it's really good acting. If it's really acting,
see,
right?
Sometimes people wonder like, how come you have like your camera ready and all that? But it's like over the years we have trained so much to every time something happened, either one of us, even my little girl, 9-year-old, she will pull out the camera and then she will start recording.
Oh, okay.
It's like it's like a natural reaction. It's like
Yeah.
first
out of
you-
habit.
the
Yeah,
reason
yeah.
why is because we never know what we will get, right? So that
You want to capture that, especially Adam. They will start all the aksi yang,
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
at a certain time they will like come up with something weird. Like, hey, what is that wrong? It's like that.
It's actually more for our own, collection. We wanted to know the progress and all that. But then eventually it grew into this, right? So a lot of the footages, it's like from this, It's not, basically, it's not something that we wanted to show.
Yes, yes.
But then after a while, it ended up, being on the social
And we
media.
share.
I mean, through editing and all.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of footages that we,
Documentation.
that we not
We did,
showing people
yeah.
even.
I think that's good educational educational, what do you call it, content.
Yeah, documentation.
Yeah. For you
Precisely.
personally and also for the world to see. And then I'm guessing when you do share your life publicly, Adam, and your own, a lot of people are approaching you with questions, approaching you with problems, issues, couples especially who have or will have a child with autism. What do you usually, first thing, what are the most common questions do you get from
And haters
couples?
too.
Well, haters.
Yeah.
We do have them, right?
All right.
Let's just put them aside for a while. You sit here, okay? But the couples who show concern because they have an autistic child, what are the most common concerns, and what do you say to them as a couple to deal with the situation?
Well, I mean, I read a lot, like more than my wife, and the very common ones are the normal thing. Because I noticed that a lot of our followers, they have their kids with autism. They're very young.
Yes.
They're like 3, 4, 5, 6 years old. Yeah, it's that they just got
Diagnosed.
diagnosed, trying to figure it out, going through like a phase like what we went through, like cannot accept it. Some of them will ask me how to deal with the husband. There's a women saying that the husband is not very supportive.
I see.
It will toilet train,
Toilet
how to
train,
toilet
yeah.
train the child. Like they're not talking, how to get them to talk.
Yes.
And a lot of the so-called the answers, there's not one correct answer, because autism is it's so hard to determine the situation, because it's a spectrum.
Yes.
And I, for one, never like to give advice, because I don't know the child and I don't know
Yeah.
your family.
Yes.
So I don't like to advise. I don't like to give free advice to people.
One size fits all kind of advice.
Because
Yeah.
I always say that what I do with Adam may not work for you, right? Because I don't know the child. And it's very, very true, because every child with autism is very unique.
Yes.
So we don't want to stereotype autism people. They're not the same. So yeah, I mean, the common questions like we always get. So maybe we should do a book so we solve the problem.
That's a great idea, because
Do you have time for that?
because thinking of couples, right? I mean, you can do audiobook technology nowadays.
Yeah.
You guys need sleep. I can see that. But I'm thinking from a couple's perspective. Like if I'm just imagining, like, if I have a child with autism, I'm gonna have 1,000 worries in my head, right? And to have somebody like you guys, I mean, you guys from the outside, like from me looking outside in, you guys look calm. You guys look composed, and I'm like, how do they do it? How do they do it? You guys immune, yeah, for so long.
Yeah.
Like, as a couple, how do you stay together? Like, how do you make sure that your relationship aren't jeopardized because of this challenge? Because you mentioned that there are people who get divorced
Yeah, a lot.
because of this.
Yeah, cases like that, right?
Yeah.
I
I guess you have to ask Allah. We don't talk about it because we're not like so-called really knowledgeable into it, but the spiritual side is very, very important. If we're not properly grounded, it's very hard to go through it, because a lot of things that is happening we cannot explain. It's so it's beyond our understanding, but we always trust in God, that
God's
whatever
plans,
happened, it's meant to be, right? It's only for the better. We have to deal with it. We have to go through it. And I always thank God, right? I'm very grateful, alhamdulillah, that I have my family. And that's the thing. We need to keep the family together at all costs, because we cannot do this alone.
That's true.
Yeah, so I feel very, very bad and sorry for parents out there who are dealing it like on their own, single parent. They need support. So the government or whatever association out there, they need to focus in that area as well. They need to take care of that. The spiritual side, the emotional side, the psychological side of things is so important. The state of mind
Yes.
of the caregiver. So I think we got that part covered. Yeah. And
I think our focus also, like, since like Ara and Arina, we try to focus on them as well.
Yes.
Their life,
true.
So when we have that situation with Adam, then when Ara comes in, the focus totally change. She will like bring out something, like she will sometimes try to consult us, stuff like that.
true.
The little 9-year-old.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
yeah, so that's why I say
She tried to teach us about God, stuff like that.
It's a team
See,
thing.
like,
Yes.
So I think that keeps us
Afloat,
there. You know.
Yes.
And then we do talk. Like, funny, right? Ara can talk like that to us. We were like that at night,
Yeah.
when Adam was
You
terrible.
don't get me wrong. I mean, sometimes I lose my cool as well. I will yell at Adam. Yeah, I will I want to cane him and all. And
Yeah, then Ara will go to the
Yeah.
father and will
My-
tell and scold him,
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
trying to teach him.
Yeah. My little girl would say, do you know that, Adam, he doesn't mean all these naughty things that
Yeah.
he's doing. Yeah, it's not
The
what he wants.
9-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Please remember.
Hats
Yeah.
off to Ara.
I know. So yeah, it's really, really
Even the
unusual.
sister, like, It's not like Ara. His sister will cry.
Yeah, the big
Arina-
sister will cry.
The big sister will cry.
Because they both grew up in a different context.
Correct.
You would say, right?
Yes.
Arina grew up.
Ara seen it at a young age. The aggressive, the
Yes,
meltdown, the tantrum, and
yes.
whereby Arina is different. They will grow together. Adam masa tu like relax, like still like
And
can
start
play
from
together.
zero.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah.
It's totally different.
But it's amazing that Ara at age 9 can be like the voice of reason
Yeah.
at times. Does it happen
She-
regularly?
All the
Yeah,
time.
all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ara never lost her cool?
No, hardly.
She will she get hurt whenever the father start yelling at Adam and scolding
she gets
Adam.
hurt.
Then she will run
Yes.
to the room and like lock herself for a while. Then I was like, okay, fine.
Then she'll come and lecture me later.
Then trying to get the idea.
So it's it is amazing.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is very amazing.
It's
She's
like
very emotionally
check and
in
balance.
tune
Yeah.
with Adam. Like when you're angry with Adam, she gets hurt.
Yeah.
Wow. It's not.
She will write
it's-
me notes,
Oh,
Even
wow.
I think in my bag they will write that, "Mommy, if you're sad, you look for me.
Oh.
I'm your she will say that I'm your what she will say what, magic or something like that. Yeah, something like that.
How did that,
Miracle,
how
something
did
like
that
that, yeah.
develop? I mean, there's a new question now. How did that develop in Ara in relation to Adam? Like at age 9, she can be like that. What do you think that? What are some of the factors that led her to become?
Because
that
we talk about that. We always talk
Yeah.
about this to Ara and Arina. We keep talking to them about the importance of understanding. Arina was like a bit different. I mean, so much different. Like he will feel shy at first. Sometimes I remember back then when myself, Arina and Adam, when we go out makan, and Adam start like slamming the table, bising. Then people start yelling at me.
Oh wow.
Take him out from this restaurant.
Like people or like
People.
the restaurant people?
The people who are like eating there sometimes like stand out, hey,
Oh, wow.
why did you take your son out here? He's so noisy. So my daughter will cry. So I will
Arina
stand
will
up.
cry,
Yeah, Arina will cry. So I will stand up. Hello, I will say something. Because I have to say it. Then that's happened a lot of time.
Yeah.
That impact is she will like feel like very, how to say, like
Geram.
that.
It's tough for her to
frustration,
process,
the
right?
process
It's
like you're
overwhelming.
building. Yeah, then she will like start telling mommy, it's better not to go outside, better not
I
to eat
see,
outside,
I
and
see.
she just cry. And Arina character is totally different, Nara. So I can see the different. And until now also she cry. She always cry.
It's tough for her to
Not like
process. I
Ara.
can imagine that. Yeah.
Ara will tahan. We can see that she will like, okay, fine, relax, cool, and she will just go, do her thing. Then we'll come back and like, okay, talk to us.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting that you see those two different like responses from
Yeah,
the two daughters. Right?
Since that we always talk to them, that we still keep talking to them about Adam. Hopefully Adam will change. All the time. It's like a daily thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's daily thing.
It's a
Yeah.
daily thing. We have to talk about
Communication
it
in the
daily.
family. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like going to work.
It is.
Yeah.
It
It's
is.
like
Yeah,
when we wake
to
up,
put that in the brain.
9 to 5. Okay. But this is like
24/7.
24
Yes,
hours,
yes.
It's like going to work. So a lot of people don't see that, but it is really, really taxing. So we have to constantly recharge ourselves.
How do you do that? Recharging.
We got to have dreams.
Mm-hmm.
And we have to be very optimistic. I have dreams, right? We got to have things that we work towards, together. We
Yeah.
have to have a vision that we, heading towards.
Uh-huh.
And we have to trust God, whatever it's planned out for us. And we have to keep reminding each other, supporting each other.
Yes.
Right? There are days when I'm down and I get very, very angry, frustrated. Then there are days that she would get very emotional. So everybody goes through that up and down, but we just stick together.
Yes.
So that we kind of support each other. Even for the kids, like I was telling you, my little girl.
Yeah, because our time is very limited. We hardly go out. If we go out, we go out together.
Everybody.
So everybody. So
Everybody, yes.
we make a tradition like any celebration we must celebrate at
Yeah.
home together because we can't do much. That's the only thing we can do.
Yeah, we are like
Yeah,
at
like,
home so much.
Yeah.
We're at home so much because if we don't need to go out, we don't go out because
Yeah.
we don't want to be
See.
a nuisance to
I
the public,
understand,
right?
yeah.
So
Yeah.
but Adam, so for some reason, Adam
Yeah,
likes to
he
go out.
loves to go out
Adam likes to go
every
out.
day.
Yeah, every day nak
Like
keluar.
4-5 times.
Kaki.
Okay.
2 o'clock, he still want to go out.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I guess it's a teenager thing, you know. He maybe because now he's like 18.
Mm-hmm,
You know, 18-year-old never sleep at night, right?
So he
They
still
always
have
wanna
the,
go
the,
out.
the like typical teenager
yeah.
desire.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, he likes to hang out with younger kids. We have some of our friends' children when they come over.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Adam likes that. So for some reason,
But he don't know how to
but
react.
he
He don't
doesn't
know how to behave.
I
to
see.
socialize.
That's
He
the
You
doesn't
don't have to
socialize.
social, yeah.
Yeah, but
Is he still non-verbal?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
He's still non-verbal. I see.
He can say a few words, but then like
Uh-huh.
parroting like that, like we have to repeat.
Yeah.
after you.
I understand. I understand. And when you do go out, the few times that you do go, how do you deal with that?
We go out every day.
Every
You
day
go out
lah.
every day.
We
Oh,
go
I-
out every day.
I
Yeah,
thought
but
you
no-
said that you stay home a lot.
A
so
lot. We go out, and then we come back. We go
we
out
go
for
out,
Adam.
come back, and go out again.
Yeah.
Oh,
come back.
Make it
Sometimes-
frequent.
No, sometimes going out is like just going for a ride.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah,
In the car. and
We,
everything.
we
Yeah.
don't go anywhere, So yeah, so it's like he wants to go out. He needs to be out of the house.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Dad needs to buy a bigger house, like
Yeah.
a mansion, right? So we don't have to go out. Yeah. So
Inshallah. That's a dream,
Inshallah.
right? That's a
Yeah,
dream right there.
obviously.
But when
And-
you do go out in the public eye, like how do you deal with that? I can't imagine. How do you deal with that?
Reboot lah.
Reboot, recharge.
I
No.
mean, we're numb. We're numb.
Oh, numb.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're the immune.
Havoc juga lah.
Sometimes
You know,
havoc
like
juga.
we don't eat like normal people. Okay? We all take turns to makan. And we have to hold our cups while eating. Everything must pegang. Because anything can happen.
Oh,
and then we can just
okay.
sleep in 1 second and
I understand.
like flying saucers. Like,
He
Okay.
threw a
Yeah,
plate
he
once
threw a
and
plate.
almost hit somebody on the head.
Allah, really.
Yeah. So
So that's why people ask, kenapa Adam cannot makan sendiri? Why you have to feed them? There's a reason.
And the people around
Everything.
don't immediately think, oh, that's an autistic child.
Yeah.
maybe some will, some
Uh-huh.
no. Then, but the thing is, I feel that it doesn't mean you have an autism kid. A kid with autism, you have the right to do whatever you want in public.
Yeah.
right?
That's
People have the right to have a
Yeah.
meal in the restaurant without much disturbance, and then you go in there with your son and then like making a
Yeah.
lot of nuisance. That's not right.
Yeah, correct.
So I think parents with children, they need to be considerate.
Yeah, we have
about
to consider it.
other
Yeah.
people.
That's true.
So we do put that in mind, and if Adam gets too noisy, we will take him out.
I
We'll
see.
bring him back. Yeah,
I see.
Usually we just order, sometimes tak makan pun, we just pack.
yeah, and we go to the regular
Regular
restaurants.
restaurant.
Yeah, they know us.
So they know you guys.
So before we sampai, we already call.
Oh, that's
Everything
nice.
is ready.
Okay,
Because
We go
it's
in.
routine all the time. The same spot. It has to be the same place to sit.
The same food.
The same food.
I see.
But it
And it's good that
depends.
the restaurant owner understands that.
Yeah,
We build that.
gotta build
We have to
relationship.
build.
Yeah,
We have
yeah,
to
it's
like
great.
And then normally I would tip.
Uh-huh,
I would tip the waiter and all that who serve us because, you got to give people that extra thing,
Yeah.
right? Because they deal
to
with
do
I can
others.
imagine that.
extra work.
Yeah, so we understand.
Yeah.
We understand.
And do you have? I don't know because I'm not in this world,
That's
So
fine.
I just want to
It's
learn
good.
more. Do you have a community of like parents with autistic children where you can get social support or things like that? Social maybe group support.
Well, again, it comes back to autism being a spectrum, right? A lot of people, most of the parents who are very active in that sort of community,
Yeah.
they normally have a kid that has autism that's kind of
It's a mild autism.
You know, they have Asperger. You know, the high functioning ones.
Yes.
You know, they have some sort of a gift. They have talent. You know,
Savant.
Yeah, like for our condition, we don't even have time for ourselves. So how are we going to have time for other parents and
That makes sense.
We have
Yes.
no time for association and stuff.
Don't have a time for the WhatsApp group.
Yeah, you know,
Masuk
whenever we
beratus.
got time, we want to tidur. Yeah, we want to
That's
rest. We
true.
want to chill. It's so tiring, right? So it's very different. Yeah.
It seems like the way you manage all of this is like you take it one day at a time.
We have
basically.
to.
Yeah, you have to, because otherwise it'll be too much.
We have to.
It'll be too much.
Yeah.
I'm just interested to know what kind of state of mind are you in on a daily basis that you're able to really coming from a genuine place of
Pascal.
Pascal mindset, yeah?
Yes.
Like a SWAT team.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that.
You have to be ready
Every
for
single day.
Yes.
Yeah, ready for anything. Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah.
Wow.
I mean, in our condition, I believe there's parents who similar condition, but
And-
they won't
and-
expose.
You see,
Yeah.
okay, now
Many cases like
this is also something I want to share. It's a lot of people they like to give free advices,
Yes.
right? Because they went through that situation and then they think that it will work. But that's why I don't like to advise, even though I go
Yeah.
through so much with Adam, right? I don't like to advise other families or parents with their children what to do. I don't, because I don't know the situation.
Yes.
So people will say like, "Oh, you should do this with Adam. You should do that with Adam." You know, but it's easier said than done,
Yeah.
right? They don't know what we go through. They don't really know Adam's actual situation.
That's true, because
Yeah.
it's a spectrum again. Yeah.
So
it's different.
Not the same. Yeah, very different.
It's different.
Yeah. So I like to tell everybody that that is, you know, we don't jump to conclusion. Don't give advices too easily to people, because sometimes it's not relevant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's any parent who don't want to do good or do something good for the child, right?
Yeah, obviously,
right?
yeah.
I would want to do, but doing that, you know, requires certain, you know, arrangement and certain sacrifices and certain commitment
That's true.
that sometimes we are not able to do at that moment.
Yes.
Yeah, or at this moment, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we have to be, you know, sensitive. We need to know about that.
And I guess a way, if we can wrap this all up, is you have 3 kids, 3 beautiful kids, right? And you have one who's very, very special. If you could just share with us, what are your hopes and dreams about your kids, from Arina, Adam, and then to Ara?
Oh, she probably have a different. Ask her. She got a different one. I probably have a different one. I don't know.
Because I'm guessing this is something that goes through your mind every single day, right?
Right.
Yeah. What do you hope for them?
I mean, like, honestly, you know, sometimes I pray, you know, when I pray, I say that, you know, if I go, I want my son to go with me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I
That's the
understand.
best.
I understand.
You know,
Yeah.
because I didn't want to burden the sisters, you know. So I believe that they wanted to have their own normal life because they are normals, you know. I want them to be happy as well and to have a normal life. So even I shared that the same thought and feelings towards them. I say, Mommy, pray if that possible.
Oh,
know.
you told them
Yeah.
this. I see.
So they cried. They were like, you know, Mommy, what you saying that? Because it's for the better. Yeah, it's because we all die, everyone, you know. So you don't have to worry. It's just that it's better to be like that, you know. But anyhow, if not, then I hope that Adam will change. Stuff like that. I mean,
hope that he will
he will change. I hope will change. That Adam can, like, you know, be good, you know, then easy to manage, you know, then
Yes.
you can help a little bit. I mean, I don't harap say everything is your tanggungjawab, but
Yeah.
if you can just give a little bit kindness, you know, if you think that, you know, you love your brother and so what, you know, that's all that I hope that, you know, you can do something, you know, because you have no one else.
Yeah.
So the only thing that I can pray that every time, just minta Adam, you know,
You can change.
yeah, yeah, miracles.
Could
Please.
happen. It could happen, inshallah.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, inshallah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because nobody I don't think anyone can be in our position.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To take care of Adam. Definitely, if we're not around anymore, and if Adam is still here, and he's gonna suffer for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not for us to know, right? We just do our best wherever we can, and we pray about it, and we have prepared the two sisters.
Mm-hmm.
To be, and when they grow older, they have to make their own decisions. If
Yes.
if they have to take care of the brother,
If
and-
not,
yeah. And we also try to extend the family unit
Mm-hmm.
in the sense that when we find good friends, we treat them like families.
I
So
see.
we want to give more. We want to give more to people, so that inshallah, should we need to one day, people will give back to our son.
Yes.
So we want to do better for people. We want to help other people as well. Yeah, so that maybe, hopefully, if we're not around anymore, they will help our child.
Understood.
Right?
Yeah.
So that kind of thing, we keep thinking, and of course, we're preparing financially for his future, because Adam is not going to be able to work,
Mm-hmm.
right? Yeah. So we want to make sure that he has proper trust fund, set aside. There are residual income that will be able to provide for him.
Yes.
Because we cannot be working when we're like really old, right? So things like that goes through our mind. We just have to keep on going, and
Yeah.
we pray all the time that we have a long life. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, if we have to go, like my wife say, let our son go together. So I don't know, that too, crosses my mind a lot, lah. Because I don't think anybody can take care of Adam. But again, right?
like currently we have Mama Rai.
Yeah.
We have
oh, Mama, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The godmom.
The godmom, we get
Oh,
one
okay.
person
Okay.
as their like mak angkat.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. She has been a serious, major help. Major difference. Yeah, with her around, help a lot. We
She's
have
a friend,
yeah.
actually.
We have few more
It's
friends.
more than a family.
Yeah.
I see.
So yeah, that kind of stuff like we're building our family unit. And I told my daughter Arina, I say, Arina, should you kawin nanti, how about you look for a guy who don't mind to move? I'll buy a bigger house. I will buy
Tengoklah.
him the house.
Ya Allah.
I will get everything settled. Janji. Yeah, this guy don't mind. Yeah.
Mana nak cari tu?
So nak cari that kind.
Who knows? I mean,
Oh,
there's a
yeah.
lot of people listening to
Yeah.
this. A lot of people watching this. Maybe. Who
Yeah,
knows,
serious. That's the first thing that I will, kind of look for. If my daughter were to say that, Dad, this is a candidate, and I will go there. Is it possible, for you to move in? How's that? Or I can just get a house next to us, so that you can still live nearby. And I want
Yeah.
to see how you react to Adam. So it's that kind of stuff. Crazy
Yes,
stuff.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. The reason why it's important to verbalize this to the public, because the next time you see a child, maybe a big child, throwing a tantrum in the restaurant,
Exactly.
it's not like, apa mak ayah dia buat ni. It's maybe you don't know the condition of the child, right?
Correct.
So like you said, maybe show a little bit of kindness will go a long way.
Yeah.
And guys, that's all we have. That's all the time we
Alright.
have. So
Alright.
I really
Thank you so
appreciate your
much.
sharing. It's really,
Alhamdulillah.
really touched me deeply. And I hope that the people who are listening to this, whether you have children with autism or you don't, I hope that you can find inspiration from this. Thank you very much
Thank you
for
very
being
much.
with
Thank you so
us. And
much.
thank you guys for watching this episode or listening to this episode on Spotify. That's all from us. My name is Aiman Azlan. This is Couple Talk Season 3. Assalamualaikum. Until next time. Bye.
Hi, this is Ili and this is Azalia. We are the producers of Couple Talk. Why we do Couple Talk in the first place is because we think there's a lot of things about relationships as a couple, especially, that can be talked about. So different couples have different problems and different couples have different situations that they're dealing with. We hope that with bringing all these couples together, we can take inspiration from their stories.
Yep, and for the past 3 seasons, we have featured couples from all different kind of backgrounds, newlyweds, couple who've been married for many, many years, and those facing very specific challenges. Especially in today's episode, we have brother Iman and his wife Ida, better known as Adam's Autism Family on Instagram, an incredible family who are dealing with a rather challenging situation with their teen son who's on the autism spectrum, and the day-to-day lives, the day-to-day things that they do as a family to keep things together. And it makes all of us realize and appreciate that challenges for some people are very real, but when you come together and you keep your faith in Allah, inshallah, you will try to overcome things and see things as they go day to day.
And I think for this episode, the biggest takeaway that we can take is how reda they are. I feel like being at the control room, listening to their stories, I feel like they are the reda. They are these, how do I say it?
Epitome
Of reda. Like when they say like they take every day, one day at a time, and just, you know, face whatever challenges that life give them. So that is basically to me very strong. I feel like macam it's very kuat to have that kind of mindset, knowing that every day is going to be a different challenge. So it's so inspiring to me.
Indeed, yes. You will find a lot of amazing stuff, a lot of things that they will share that will help you and inspire you, regardless of whatever situation you may be in. It might not be exactly the same, but whatever challenges that you face, what they are trying to tell you is that if you leave it completely to Allah, somehow He will find a way for you. So we'd love to hear your thoughts. We'd love to hear what you think about them, or share your own personal stories on the comments section below. And please do subscribe to Dubs TV and follow us again on the next episode. Bye. Assalamualaikum.